Hi, this is Ceniza-Levine, co-founder of SixFigureStart, and this video tip is about creating an effective elevator pitch. Now, the elevator pitch is so-called the elevator pitch because it's the idea that a business owner should be able to introduce herself and her business in about the amount of time it takes for an elevator to go from a high floor to a low floor. So about 2 minutes. In my experience as both a recruiter and a business consultant, really you're talking about 20 to 30 seconds if you're talking about introducing yourself and your business in the context of a networking event or an industry mixer or a conference. So let's talk about this 20 to 30 seconds. You might be anxious. What am I going to include? Do I have time to include an example? What should I talk about? I'm going to give you 2 questions to answer as you look at your own elevator pitch to see if it meets the criteria for being the most effective that it can be. The 2 questions you need to ask yourself are, is my pitch memorable? And is my pitch repeatable? So when I say memorable, just recognize that not only do you want to introduce yourself to this person that you're talking to, but you want to engage them in such a way that when they walk away and when they go back into their lives, they'll think of you. So you do want there to be a memorability factor. It's not going to be enough that you engage them right at that moment, but as soon as they walk away, they're out of sight. Because basically what that tells me is your pitch is only effective if you're standing right in front of someone. And how many times are you going to be standing in front of the right person in the exact right place in the exact right time? That's just unrealistic. The more likely scenario is that you meet people and across the lines of time and of space, you end up doing business or perhaps referring people to each other much, much later on. And so you want that introduction to be memorable. And the second question to ask yourself is it repeatable? And this gets to the idea that the people that you meet aren't often going to be the people that ultimately you directly do business with or who directly help you. More likely what you're doing is expanding your network, and it could be their connections or in fact their connections or even further out than that are going to be helpful to you. And so what that means is that they have to remember you, remember that first point, but then they have to be able to repeat the essence of you to that person that they want to refer you to, so that that person then acts upon their recommendation and contacts you. So not only does your pitch have to get across what it is that you do, but it has to be something that the person who's listening is going to be able to repeat. How on earth are they going to refer you if they can't repeat back what it is that you do? And so, of course, there's a lot to constructing an elevator pitch, and in fact, we can do a whole module on that. But this video tip is just to remind you about the idea of memorable and repeatable. Just remember that however you decide to construct your elevator pitch, you want that pitch to have these 2 things. You want me as the listener to remember you, and you want me as the listener to be able to repeat what you said to someone else, to refer an opportunity to you. This is a video tip by Ceniza-Levine, co-founder of SixFigureStart.